Today I'm going to show you a third grade lesson. It is based off an Aboriginal style of artwork called an X-ray style. My students started off by doing some sloppy copy or some brainstorming ideas. They were using different drawing books and they split their paper up and just drew a different couple of animals that they wanted to start on. So from there, once they've chosen what animal they're going to do from their sloppy copies, and today I've chosen to do the Triceratops, they're going to draw it large in the middle of their sloppy copy paper. So they drew it really big in the middle, and then inside the animal, instead of drawing the actual like fur or things that scales that may be on the outside, we're making it look like we can see to the inside of the animal. So I added a backbone here and maybe something that kind of represents the ribs of the Triceratops. Once my students have drawn their animal on their final copy paper and drawn it large in the center, they're going to get a Sharpie. Make sure that the Sharpie works by testing it on their sloppy copy so that they're not using a dry Sharpie. And I'm going to go ahead and really carefully outline all of the lines that I chose here on my final copy, even on the inside of my drawing. So I have just a couple more lines here. Let's see, and like the lines are super teeny tiny in the middle and I couldn't get them with this small black Sharpie. We do have some small black pens that the students can use. Now I'd let that dry for a little while and then take an eraser and really go over it and erase any of the extra pencil lines that I might not have gone over or I might have missed, or maybe some that I didn't want there. And sometimes when I erase, I find that I erased a line I really wanted, so I need to go back and add that with my Sharpie. It looks like I did okay here. Let's brush that off. So then my students will be going back to pencil, and they'll be using their pencil to go around and outline what they have in the middle of their paper. So they're going to go about a ½ inch away and go around just the outside of their drawing. Now if you notice, I didn't get so close that I'm touching. I tried to stay the same distance away all the way around. And now that I've gone around once, then I would continue going around again. I'm going to go about a ½ inch up. I don't want to be too close, or I'm going to be doing lines and lines and lines all day long. And I'm just going to keep carefully going around my drawing. Gone around twice. Now again, I'm going to go up about a ½ inch and keep going. Eventually what's going to happen is on one side, it's going to run off the paper. And that's about to happen over here, I think. Almost, yep. And so I'm just going to pick that up and pretend that I can keep going. And I'm still going all the way around my design. And now I can't get over here, so I'm just going to start right here. And carefully keep going. And now that runs off up there, so I'm going to still start down here. Now I can just finish up in here. Again, I'm keeping it about a ½ inch or so away from each other. And I'm going to fill in all of the entire paper with this outlining shape. So now I can just finish up down in this corner. And then I'll finish up over here. Sometimes it's even just a simple little triangle coming in like that to make it look like the pattern continued. And then I would be done. So the next step now, after I'm done with the pencil, would be to carefully take my Sharpie and be going around all of these lines super carefully with a Sharpie. Once my students have gone around everything and over everything with a Sharpie, then they would want to take one of the small special black pens and go inside of their X-ray pieces inside their animal and add different textures and patterns, like you can see here, just little stars or little straight lines or some hash marks here or curve lines, just to add some texture or pattern to the design. And their step after that would be then to take an eraser and make sure that they erased any pencil lines that they might have left behind when they were going over everything with their Sharpie. And then they would work on coloring. And they want to start coloring around the outside edges. So on this one here, I started coloring with this infrared going around the flying fish. You can still see the flying fish in the middle. And then next, I took another color, the purple, and went all the way around the flying fish. So then I would choose another color and really carefully color in that, going all the way around until the blue goes all the way from here to here and up here, down around here, until it touches the blue again, so it come all the way over to here. So I would need to really carefully color all that in, and then I can switch colors for the next section that I want to color. So once they are done coloring, it might look something like this. They can use this special black pen to add different textures and patterns over everything that they've colored. So here I could start with the orange, and I might just do straight lines in here. So really carefully, just inside only the orange. I'm going all the way around and just doing tiny little stripes all the way around wherever I had orange here. So I would keep going all the way around here and down here, even down here by the feet and the bottom of the raccoon. Okay, and so I could add as many patterns or textures as I want to. It really helps the colors pop, makes it look kind of fancy. All right. This is a 3rd grade lesson based on Aboriginal X-ray art.